Some men lift weights. Arnold lifted entire movies. Some men win trophies. Stallone won our hearts while punching Soviets in the face. The 1980s didn't just give us big hair and neon tracksuits, it gave us the era of the action gods. Welcome to Swain Movie Minute. Today we're counting down the top 10 moments that defined Schwarzenegger and Stallone in 80s action cinema. These weren't just movies, they were cultural earthquakes. And we're so close to 100 subscribers. Help us hit that, then we'll punch our way to 200. Conan the Barbarian, 1982. Before Arnold was the Terminator, he was swinging swords in loincloths. Conan the Barbarian turned a bodybuilding champion into a screen warrior. Why it matters. It was the first time audiences said, okay, this guy might actually be more than muscles. Fun fact, Oliver Stone co-wrote an early version of the script. Yep, the platoon guy almost gave us Conan. First Blood, 1982. Enter John Rambo, a Vietnam vet who just wanted peace and a sandwich. Instead, he sparked one of the most iconic franchises in cinema. Why it matters. Stallone showed he could be vulnerable and unstoppable at the same time. Twist. In the original novel, Rambo dies at the end. Hollywood said, nah, this guy prints money.
I'll be back.
The Terminator, 1984. I'll be back. 3 words, eternal legacy. Arnold's role as a killer cyborg reprogrammed sci-fi and action for decades. Why it matters. It proved Arnold wasn't just Conan in leather pants, he had screen presence, menace, and catchphrases for days.
Come with me if you want to live.
Critique. Imagine if O.J. Simpson had played the Terminator like producers originally wanted. History dodged a bullet there. Rocky IV, 1985, Stallone versus Dolph Lundgren, East versus West, America versus Cold War anxiety, and yes, a robot butler made a cameo. Why it matters. It wasn't just a boxing match, it was political theater with sweatbands.
A lot of people hating me.
Fun fact, Stallone took so many real punches from Lundgren during filming, he ended up in intensive care. Dedication or insanity? You decide.
If he dies, he dies.
Commando, 1985. One man, one army. One-liners so cheesy they belong on pizza. Why it matters. Commando was Arnold at peak, mow down everyone without breaking a sweat mode. Extra. The body count? A glorious 81. And somehow he still had time to say, let off some steam, Bennett. If you're loving this nostalgia trip, hit that like button. Subscribe for more, or Arnold might personally tell you. Do it! Do it now. Rambo. First Blood Part 2, 1985. If the first film was about trauma, the second was pure muscle fantasy. Explosions, arrows tipped with grenades, and a shirtless Stallone covered in mud. Why it matters. It turned Rambo from tragic veteran into the ultimate 80s action figure. Twist. President Reagan literally referenced Rambo in political speeches. That's how deep this franchise went.
Bitch!
Predator, 1987. Arnold versus an alien with dreadlocks. In the jungle, with Jesse Ventura chewing scenery like tobacco. Why it matters. It gave us one of the greatest monster designs in film and proved Arnold wasn't afraid to share the screen with a bigger bad guy.
Get to the chopper!
Fun line. Get to the chopper. Still works in literally any situation. Cobra, 1986. Stallone as Marion Cobretti. Aviators, matchstick in his mouth and a machine gun. Why it matters. It was Stallone's ultimate attempt to craft a gritty one-man army cop. Critique, critics hated it. Fans, they made it a cult classic. The Running Man, 1987. Arnold in a dystopian game show where criminals fight for survival on live TV. Sounds suspiciously like a prophecy for reality TV, doesn't it?
Hello, cutie pie.
Why it matters. It combined satire with ultraviolence and gave Arnold a playground of insane villains. Fun fact, one of the stalkers, Dynamo, literally sang opera before killing people. Only in the 80s. The Terminator 2. Tease? Nope. Total dominance. Okay, technically T2 is 1991, but in the 80s the crown still belonged to Arnold's The Terminator and Stallone's Rocky Before. Together they defined what 80s action was: muscles, explosions, and box office gold. Why it matters. Their rivalry wasn't just on screen. Behind the scenes, they constantly tried to outdo each other with bigger guns, bigger biceps, and bigger paychecks. Bonus twist. Years later, they became best friends, opening restaurants together, from rivals to business partners only in Hollywood. And there you have it, the rise of Arnold Schwarzenegger and Sylvester Stallone in the 80s. Which moment hit you the hardest, Rambo's arrows or Arnold's I'll be back? Drop your favorite in the comments. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and check out our other lists. Until next time, keep your popcorn ready and your dumbbells heavy.